Janet McKee here, re-recording what I spoke about in our live Stressless Success monthly masterclass workshop for the end of February. But I was out of town when we were doing the live session and the internet connection was very poor. And the recording didn't turn out nearly to the quality that I would expect to provide to you. So now that I'm back home in my home office, I am re-recording, hopefully, the session for you. And thank you for being here. I'm so excited to share this very important information with you. So please stay tuned. I'm going to keep it somewhat brief so that you get the maximum impact with a minimum amount of time and effort. We know, and hopefully you've been following me long enough to know that everything is energy. And I don't just mean physical energy. I mean everything within you, around you is energy. Everything is actually within a subatomic level, within the atom, is fluid. And what researchers have discovered, which is the basis of my teaching, but I go a little bit further, is that we have the power within us through our focused thoughts. And the deeper perspective that I discovered is that our feelings create an energy that emanates from you and affects the outcome of the world around you. That is a mouthful, and hopefully those of you that are watching have been following me long enough to understand what all of that means. The point is that you have more power within you than you may have ever realized before to create your life and to create the outcome of things around you, whether they be spiritual, emotional, physical, like everything is energy. And everything is a reflection of that energy that you give off, which comes from your emotions and from your feelings. So if you understand that, then hopefully you watched or participated in the live group session from January, where I talked about the things that you want in your life and the goals that you have and how we are here and we imagine our goals, the things that we want are out there somewhere. And we often set our goals and strive toward our goals from the gap, which is a place of lack. You're here, your goals are out there, but there's a space, there's a distance between you and what you want. And when we set our goals and we strive toward our goals from this energy of lack or wanting or not having, then that's going to affect our ability to attract into our lives the things that we want with ease, which is stressless success. But when you understand the power that you truly have within you to elevate and expand the way you feel, your energy, and you begin to feel like you would feel once those goals are achieved, then they come to you more efficiently, more effectively, and you have greater success and fulfillment in your life. So far simpler than trying to control your thoughts. We are talking about all throughout my teachings that it's more about influencing the way you feel. It is far easier to affect the way you feel than it is to try to control over your thoughts. If anybody out there has been able to control over your thoughts all of the time, let me know. It's actually been proven to be impossible. So if you've done it, you've done the impossible. So we all know that you just can't do that. But always striving to elevate and expand the way you feel can really, truly have an impact on the outcome for your life and has a bigger impact on your life than trying to control your thoughts. So that is my big discovery. Please read Stressless Success. If you are not yet aware of that or how that applies to you in your life. So you know that we have this thought that once we achieve our goals, then we'll be happy, right? Once we achieve the promotion or the bigger business or whatever, and we achieve more wealth, then we will feel more wealthy and we'll feel happier about that and more freedom. Once we achieve the new love in our life, then we'll be happy and we'll feel more love. Well, you know that your goals are at that level of this expanded feeling energy of wealth, of love, of health, of fitness, right? So if your goals are at that elevated energetic level, then you must do things to help elevate your energetic level so that you are more in alignment with bringing those goals to fruition. I hope that makes sense. If not, you know how to contact me. Anyway, so you know that you believe you're going to feel happy once your goal is achieved. And the key is to feel happy now. And then the goal will be achieved. So how do we do this? And today's specific focus is the foundation. You must build a foundation for having a high energy life. You would never build a house on toothpicks. You build a strong foundation, right? Well, that foundation is wellness. And I know those of you who've been following me a long time, you know, oh, yeah, I know, Jill, I got to sleep well, I got to eat well, whatever. No, I'm going to go a little bit deeper today. And a reminder how important this is for you to live a successful life. And the reminder comes from my own experience. I realized I was starting to get burned out. And I take really good care of myself, like every day. But I started to notice I wasn't quite the same. I know what it feels like to feel fabulous. And even though I was doing most of everything that I know to do to feel fabulous, I was feeling fine. But you may have heard me say before that fine is the other 4-letter word that begins with the letter F. Fine is not acceptable. I want you and I want to feel extraordinary. I want to feel fabulous. And I know what that feels like. So I knew that something was off. And in contemplating what was going on, I realized that in writing my book last year, I spent a lot of time studying and a lot of time focused on writing and writing and modifying and writing and modifying and writing and researching and writing and modifying, right? A lot of time on that. And I always, before that, always started my morning with drinking my water and having green tea, because green tea is really good, high in antioxidants. It helps boost your metabolism. And yes, it has a little bit of caffeine, but it was healthy for me. And that's all I would have in terms of caffeine each day. Prior to working on my book, I know that when I had to sit down and write an article or really focus on something important, I would create a healthy hot cocoa. Cocoa is very healthy for you when you don't add sugar and dairy. And the way I would do my healthy hot cocoa is I would just steam water or an unsweetened almond milk, add pure organic cocoa powder and a little bit of stevia. Stevia is a natural 0-calorie sweetener. And I would sip on a hot cocoa when I had to focus on one of my articles or writing the script for a video or something. So when I was writing my book, right, I did the green tea and then I did the cocoa every day. And then as time went on, I started to also add a little bit of organic coffee in the afternoon so that I could keep pounding through my book into the evening. Well, all of these things individually can be good for you, especially, coffee isn't necessarily bad for you. And I do recommend if you're having coffee that you do organic. The bigger issue is, one, we often add sugar and milk to our coffee or cream, which is even worse. And that is not good for you. Or two, we overdo it. And when you overdo caffeine, the caffeine kind of boosts you on toothpicks, but then later you crash. And over time, that can deplete your adrenal glands when you rely on the caffeine or some other stimulant to keep you going throughout the day. So I realized that maybe that's what I was doing to myself over time. After doing my book last year, is I was relying too much then on caffeine. And you'll notice the more you do it, the more of it you need to keep going. And so I knew I needed a reset. On top of that, with the success of our farm and the demand of doing events at our farm, we had so many weddings and things going on at the farm throughout the year. And so many people, wedding families, would make these beautiful homemade wedding cookies, and they would offer me some. And I'd be like, oh, I always eat healthy. What's the harm? I'll have some wedding cookies. Well, it was a little bit too often. And then through the holidays, and I started to realize that I never used to eat simple sugar unless it was a special occasion, someone's birthday or something. And here I was having it more often. And I was having it then with my coffee. So I knew that I had to get back to being my best. And I wanted to put myself through a reset. It's March now, this was the February talk, and we're getting closer to springtime. And springtime is the perfect time to put yourself through a rejuvenation or a detoxification. So I decided, this was now back in February, mid-February, where I was working on this, that I needed to do it now. Start putting myself through a rejuvenation, a detox, get off these things that were bad for me, because I know that my energy, my physical energy, helps me have clear thinking, confidence, courage to create a successful life. It is the foundation. And even the High Performance Institute has determined that wellness is the foundation. They researched the world's most accomplished people and have determined that they all know that they must take good care of themselves. So wouldn't you know it, as the universe would work, I got this email that said, oh, because of the pandemic, we're going to keep your points going for another 6 months. And I'm like, what points? I never follow things like that. I never follow points or coupons. I'm just so busy that I don't pay attention. And I looked into it, and here I had all these points for travel. So I decided, perfect, it's not going to hardly cost me anything. I'm going to get myself back to one of my favorite places, which is Marco Island, Florida, and give myself an opportunity to really rejuvenate and reset my mind and body. So that's where I try to do I did the live group session. We did the live group session fine. The internet only dropped me twice, but the recording was so bad that I'm redoing this talk for you today. But here's what happened. I go down there and I cut off all sugar, all caffeine, all white flour, any bad fats, and really started to put myself through this rejuvenation. And I felt horrible. I felt so bad. My head was pounding, and I never get headaches because my body was like going through this caffeine withdrawal. Every muscle in my body was aching. I really could feel the difference of what I was doing to myself. And it was like, whoa. And anyone else may have given up after day 2 because I felt so horrible. But I was putting myself through walks on the beach and getting fresh air. And what I was doing is drinking my water every morning. I would do an herbal tea, decaffeinated, no caffeine. I would go to the local organic juice bar and get a fresh green vegetable juice. And some people think I'm fanatic about that, but I love to do fresh green juice because so healing and nourishing for every cell of your body. And you can add apple or carrots or lemon to make it taste better. But so I was doing that every day. I was doing a really healthy blueberry protein smoothie and just having fresh salad greens. So really doing absolutely pure foods and drinks into my body and taking the opportunity to pray more, meditate more. Even though I was still working, I was truly putting a lot of focus on those things that I knew I needed at this point of my life. And yes, the few days were painful, literally. But by day 3, once I got through the morning, I started feeling better. And soon enough, I was feeling even better and better. So we deplete our adrenal glands, we deplete our bodies. It affects our mood, our emotions. It affects our ability to focus when we don't take the best care of ourselves. And so many of my clients out there, you know who you are, you've been telling me like, oh, whatever, I wasn't feeling good. So I went to the doctor and they put me on this medication. And I'm like, oh, so what are you doing? And find out that you're not taking the best ultimate care of yourself. And how can you be your best? How can you have a truly successful life if you're not taking ultimate care of yourself? You deserve better. So this is the foundation of success. In order to build elevated, a platform for elevated and expanded energy, because it is energy that creates your reality. And wellness is step one. It is the foundation. So what do we do with that? You know that I want you to do something positive before you go to bed, get away from the news. That's nothing I did. I detoxed from negative news. If anybody on even some of my little quirky stations that I watch on the internet, because I do not watch mainstream news anymore, that even if somebody was on there complaining, I'd be like, okay, enough of you. I don't need complaining. I want to hear about hope. I want to hear about positivity. I want to hear about solutions. And so I detoxed from negative news and negative people. And that also helped me elevate and expand my energy. So before I go to bed, do something positive. Read a good book, listen to music, pray, meditate, imagine, give thanks to everything. Like, thank God for everything you have in your life. Imagine good things in your life. What does it feel like? Go to bed early. The hours before midnight are the most healing and detoxifying for you. Okay, that's something you need to know. Wake up when the sun rises feeling rested. Reach for thoughts that feel good first thing in the morning. I do this meditation every single morning. First, I say a little prayer, and then I do a meditation. I have to say that I'm now getting to this place. Like, meditation used to help me like release some resistance and like find some peace and clear my mind. Well, I'm now finding that I'm reaching this place of like no resistance. Okay, amazing. And all of those good feeling thoughts start my day. Then I do things to help really encourage my body to detoxify. Your body has all kinds of detoxifications within it, and your body knows how to detoxify, and it also knows that it's important to continue to detoxify every day and throughout the day to keep your body healthy and to keep your body energized. So you want to give your body every opportunity to do its job of detoxification. When you wake up in the morning, you may notice you have some like white on your tongue. Well, I recommend though, after you brush your teeth, yeah, you can brush your tongue, but I recommend you get a tongue scraper. This is my little silver one that I have at home. A friend of mine gave to me. That you don't need to gag, but just when you're done brushing your teeth, just try to scrape some of that stuff off your tongue, because throughout the night while you sleep, your body has detoxified. And that's one of the ways it's eliminating things that you shouldn't have or you don't want sitting around in your body anymore. So get rid of that. Also, before you get into the shower, if you get in the shower in the morning or whatever time of the day, I like to do skin brushing. Your skin is also a detoxification organ. And it's very important that you keep your skin fresh and able to breathe. And what skin brushing does is not only eliminate the dead skin cells that are on your skin, but also helps to encourage your lymphatic system, which is all throughout your body and is also part of your detoxification mechanism. Encourages your lymphatic system from getting stagnant and gets things moving so that your body is able to detoxify. So with a skin brush, this is my big one. I have this little one I travel with. You start at your feet at the bottom and you brush up and you work up your legs, your knees, your thighs, your buttocks, your stomach. Then you get your arms, you work your way in toward your heart. And just go ahead and just kind of like rub your skin all over and get that rejuvenation start to happen. And then I take my morning shower. And of course, I always start my morning with a lot of fresh water. I do a liter of water in the morning, and I recommend at least 3 liters throughout the day. If you're a real athlete or you're out in a lot of heat for some reason, then yes, you want to drink more than that also. Also, you want to eat really pure foods, especially start your day with a beautiful breakfast, a wonderful, healthy plant foods. I love to do my green juice, and I love to do like fruit and nuts, something really energizing, not something heavy that's going to drain my energy. And all throughout the day, I want you to eat real foods grown from Mother Nature naturally. We want to put the best things in our body here. What are you feeding your body here? What are you feeding your mind here? Pay attention, because that's going to affect your energy. It's either things that are going to encourage positive, uplifted energy or detract from your energy. So which are you choosing? And then, of course, get outside. I don't care what the weather is. I know in the wintertime, every single day I get out. I bundle up, put my coat on, my hat. And of course, when I was in Marco Island, Florida, it was much easier to get outside, move your body. You must move your body, get circulation happening, getting the lymphatic system happening. Also, a trampoline or a little rebounder is really good for getting your lymphatic system moving. But also breathe fresh air. When you breathe, that's also part of your detoxification. You breathe in and out, and you're going to breathe in what you need, that oxygen, and eliminate what you don't need. So keeping your lungs fresh and clear is also part to help keep your body healthy. And of course, back to drinking the water, I forgot to mention, every cell of your body is at least 70% water, and so is your brain. So in order for all your organs to work and for your joints to be lubricated, you must be hydrated. But think about that. You want to drink fresh water so that your liver and gallbladder do their job. Your liver is a major detoxification organ. Your kidneys, when you eliminate, right, when you go to the bathroom, that's also part of your body getting rid of things it doesn't want around anymore. This is very important. Springtime is approaching. I want you to start realizing that if you want to have a high vibe, high energy life, you've got to start with a strong foundation. You've got to take really, really good care of yourself. High quality rest, choose good thoughts to help you feel good. Drink fresh water, eat real foods, move your body, breathe fresh air. Help encourage your detoxification mechanisms throughout your body to do their job efficiently. And you will feel better. And you'll notice it's even easier to have high vibe thoughts when you're taking good care of yourself. Now, I do have a 21-day delightful detox program that I'll make sure you guys have access to. It's a 21-day online course. It's really simple, but I literally get in front of the camera live for 21 days straight, teaching you, this was like at the tip of the iceberg today, but teaching you things that you could do every day, something different every day for 21 days to help you truly understand how to encourage your body to detox, rejuvenate, rebuild. I was rebuilding my adrenal glands so that I can feel fabulous once again. And that's what I want for you. I want you to feel fabulous. So once we got through that, we did open up, and a few of the people that were on live, we had a conversation, and I started with asking a question. What does wealth feel like for you? What does wealth feel like? Can you imagine that? What does health feel like? Good health. What does that feel like? What does love feel like? Whatever it is that you want in your life, what does it truly feel like? And what can you do to begin to feel that way now? Let me tell you a little story. So I'm in Florida for about 2 weeks, and which, by the way, as I was elevating my energy, here's a funny story. I got a message from the woman that owned the condo where I was staying, and she said, Janet, I know you're checking out on this day, but the people that were supposed to come can't come now. So you're welcome to stay another almost week, and it's for free. I wouldn't even charge you. Like, when does that happen, that somebody offers you a condo on the beach in Marco Island, Florida for free? These are the type of things that happen when you elevate and expand your energy. And that was God and the universe showing me that I was being effective in doing that. And so something like that came to me. But one of the weekends that I was there, my son came down to visit me for the weekend because we had a celebration. And he was working a new job for the past several months since he's graduated from college, and things were going great until the month of February, where he really ran into some challenges. And we were sitting at dinner talking, and I said to him, I said, Nathan, what does wealth feel like? What does success feel like for you? And he said, well, let me think about this for a moment. And he said, well, it feels like freedom. And I said, is that coming from your mind or are you feeling it? He said, no, that's just coming from my mind. I can't feel it right now. So you see the difference. And this is why he was struggling. He was coming from his head, trying to imagine or think positive thoughts from his head, but he wasn't feeling it. So this is what I'm talking about. And so what I suggested to him is, can you feel love? Can you feel what love feels like? Because everyone pretty much can do that. Even if you're having challenges with a love relationship, you can always imagine the love you feel for a parent or a child or a sibling or a pet, or for Mother Nature, the flowers, the birds, whatever that is. Feel love for God or your angels, whatever you believe. So if you cannot feel wealth, don't struggle with that. Get away from that thought and just feel love. Focus on the feeling of love, because that's going to elevate and expand your energy. And then when you go back to focusing on your work or your business, more easily are you going to create wealth, create success. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about creating the best for you, but it's got to start with the choices that you're making. Start with your wellness as a foundation. And if you are ready to consider doing the ultimate best for taking care of yourself, then that's what you need to do. And finally, we had a few people online that commented on a few things. One was Rebecca. We were congratulating her for her new job of CEO of this biomedical company. And we were talking about what the company does. And she mentioned that they focus on beneficial bacteria for humans and for animals. And this is really important because beneficial bacteria is critical for your health and well-being. Not only do you need beneficial bacteria mostly in your gut to support a healthy immune system, but we also found that beneficial bacteria is important for your emotional and mental situation. We found in research that people with low beneficial bacteria in their gut had higher rates of depression and anxiety. So we began to talk about that, and I was like, wow, do you realize what you're doing? Like even though the COO situation or position might require a lot of specific things that she must do, but ultimately she's supporting the business, and the business is there to help people. And Ron was live online, and he too is in that industry. And it just so happens that he's dealing with some concern about motivation and productivity. And it's like, do you realize that even some of those mundane tasks that you have to do you realize what you're doing? Not only are you supporting your position, which your work supports your life and your livelihood for you and your family, but everything you do, even those mundane tasks like reading email or returning phone calls or working on some kind of report, it all supports your business that you work for or own. So your business is out there doing things in the world for people, creating things that people need. And that is important. So I want to leave you with this thought. Do everything that you do for your work or for business with purpose, right? Live your life with purpose and do everything with purpose. Now, in my Accelerated High Performance program, I do work one-on-one with people and help them uncover their deeper purpose or their true purpose with a proven methodology, which is brilliant. I love it. So if anybody's interested in delving into that, please get in touch with me. But do everything with purpose. Like when you wake up in the morning, make choices with purpose. When you're brushing your teeth, do it with purpose. When you're making your breakfast and drinking your water, do it with purpose. When you're going outside to go for your daily walk, do it with purpose. And soon you will feel more energized and more fulfilled, and realize that you are going to be more motivated to do what needs to be done to support your work, which supports your life and supports your business. This is a successful life. Now, stay tuned next time, which will be this month now in March, when we do our next live group coaching. During my time away, I made yet an even deeper discovery on how to create success in your life, both personally and professionally, that I'm going to share with you on our next live group coaching session. I want you also to tell me what you need from me. I'm here to serve you. I want the best for you. Let me know what you need, and we will include that in our live group sessions as well. Join me later this month. I will email you with some dates and times for the next Stress of Success monthly masterclass. You know I do this because I want you to live a successful life, because I love you and I'm here for you. Thank you for joining me today and watching this recording, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.